Hey gang, what's up? Welcome back here to another edition of Intuitive Angling. Really appreciate you guys checking today's video out. Man, the ragweed or pollen or something is in full bloom here in Southwest Missouri. I got my allergies, been sneezing, I'm all puffed up and everything. Everybody's sneezing around the house here. So just sort of part of fall, I guess, with that. Today we're going to be talking about how some people are becoming so addicted to Livescope that they are actually quitting and leaving tournaments if the Livescope breaks down. And the reason I wanted to do this video is I've had consistently over the past 3 or 4 weeks people sending me in little clips and this type of stuff, videos of people that they know or people they've heard of that have literally just left the tournament or quit, say, I'm done, my Livescope broke, I can't compete. So they leave the tournament. So we're going to get into that a little bit here. Real quick, just want to remind everybody out there, if you guys haven't had a chance, please check out our View Products shopping tab on the channel. At the bottom of the video, you'll see a thing. When it starts, it says View Products. If you want to support the channel, that's a good way, just by clicking on those products and just checking them out. Much appreciated. Okay, guys, I've been toying around with the idea of doing this video for a while, but I got another message yesterday from one of my subscribers. He'd sent me a video of it was that audio video about somebody he knew that actually left a tournament in the middle of the tournament because his Livescope went down. And I got thinking about how absolutely ridiculous this is, and wanted to do a little commentary on that. You guys know, if you guys have watched the channel, you guys know I'm sort of leading the push to get Livescope banned from tournaments. Which is an uphill battle, because anytime that you have something where money is involved in it, it doesn't make any difference if it's against the public's best interest. It will remain legal even if it hurts the public. Take a look at alcohol. Alcohol kills tens of millions of people a year. It destroys the lives of millions and millions of families. It costs our healthcare system billions and billions of dollars every year, and it's still legal. You know why? Because of money. So when you're talking about things like Livescope, that's the uphill battle of getting them banned from like competition, because of the money they bring into the sport. And if you took something, here's why some things are banned in tournaments and not. Take, for example, the rule in tournaments that you cannot get out of your boat to drag it over a sandbar or drag it over a shallow area. That's against the rules to do that. So if I want to get back in this back end of a creek with my boat and the water's, so shallow that I can't get my big motor in, I can't put a rope on the front of my boat and get out of the boat and pull my boat over that shallow area. You know why it's illegal? Because there's no money in that. If I went to the tournament organizations and I said, okay, I've got this rope that I want to sponsor your tour, Bassmaster, MLF, whatever. I've got this rope that is designed to pull your boat over a sandbar, and I'm going to pay you guys $10 million a year, to endorse this rope. You can bet that law on not being able to pull your boat over a sandbar is going to get checked in a second. It's the same with Livescope. So anyway, here's what the deal is. We're starting to see this where guys are just giving up if their Livescopes go down. We are creating a mentally weak generation of bass anglers with this technology, and the Livescope is a prime example. I will give you a prime example of my situation here. I was fishing the last FLW tour event. It's been about 15 years ago or so, or maybe more, up at Lake St. Clair. It was our final tournament of the year, and I was right on the bubble for making the FLW championship on there. And I needed, just not a super high finish, but like a, top 60 or something like that, 70. This is when GPS it hadn't just came out, but it had been out about 5 years, and it wasn't to the level that we have it right now. But you could still find places offshore and mark them and go to those places out there. So anyway, at Lake St. Clair, during practice, I found about a dozen offshore grass areas out there that were just loaded. I mean, they were just full of fish, and they were in the middle of the lake. I mean, literally in the middle of the lake. So the first morning of the tournament, I'm running out the Detroit River out to Lake St. Clair there, and my dang GPS goes down. And I'm like, are you shitting me? It's like I couldn't figure out how to get the thing on. So I get out at the mouth of the river. There's no way I can find these places. They are literally, there's no reference points. It's so far off the bank, I can't triangulate it. There's no way I can get on these spots right here. So I wound up that first day of the tournament, I couldn't fish any of the places that I found because these were not giant grass beds. They were little like areas as, maybe as big as your backyard or something. And I couldn't get out there. So the first day of the tournament, I had to give up on that and go to the bank, and I caught a limit, but I couldn't catch the size that I could offshore. Couldn't get my GPS fixed. They didn't have any way to fix it at the service crew that night. As a result, I wound up catching a limit both days of the tournament, but I didn't catch enough, and I missed making the championship by like, I don't know, 20 points or something like that. Cost me making the championship, but I became reliant on that technology. Ever since that point, I've always made sure I had some secondary backup pattern. But anyway, that's what we're seeing with Livescope right now. We are ushering in a generation of bass anglers that are becoming so reliant on technology that their skills have atrophied as far as being able just to go out and catch bass. When you start to have a segment of the bass fishing public get so reliant and locked in to technology that they simply cannot function without it, we need to seriously address that. I mean, that is something that is just like, it's just pathetic in my opinion like that. So, the point on that is like, I just see that getting more and more, widespread. I mean, if it's starting right now, not that I'm saying that technology breaks down a lot, because it breaks down probably very infrequently, but the whole point is it doesn't matter. It doesn't make any difference how frequently it breaks down or not. The fact that people have become, they use it as they have such a crutch with technology that they simply can't function, that's just messed up. And that's the way it is with a lot of things. We as a society have been, we are so dependent upon technology that we just can't function on a primal level anymore. We're aliens in our own environment. I mean, it's just like a human can't go down and dive and explore 100-foot depths of water without an air tank. I mean, we rely on that air tank as a crutch in order for us to do that. We're alien to that environment down there. And it's the same with, Livescope and that type of technology. We've become so reliant. We're becoming aliens in our own environment and can't function without that level of technology. So anyway, just if it wasn't like you didn't need another reason to ban Livescope or put a stop to the exploding technology, this is another one you can chalk up on your list there. I just thought that was absolutely ridiculous, and felt sorry for those guys that become so reliant upon that they just have to give up and quit when their Livescope goes down. So anyway, guys, drop a few comments. Let me know what you guys think on there. Much appreciated. All you guys that, I mean, if I know 30% of you or 20% of you guys think that me and myself and people that have this way of thinking are dinosaurs, give it up, washed up, has been, too old, can't keep up with technology, gonna get left behind. I know that crowd. You don't even have to waste your time with the comments, because I know they're out there, but I would be curious to know how do we find a solution to this? Let's focus on the solution and not the problem to it, and move forward from there. So talk to you guys later. See you.